Welcome back, FNUSA57 here, once again back on my Xbox One, bringing you another video today, and this video is going to be the complete walkthrough for how to do Act 3 of the campaign on Inconceivable in the easiest manner possible. So if you've been following along, I covered the achievement, I covered the first act and second act with complete walkthroughs. Now we are going through the complete walkthrough here for Act 3. The mutators are still the same, and this is to do it in the easiest manner possible. You can make the game more difficult on yourself, or you can make it easier on yourself with the mutators in New Game Plus. I personally recommend making it easier so that you can get the achievement. That's Inconceivable, done and out of the way. Of course, Casper's helping me out here, so we are doing this in co-op, and he is playing on a lower difficulty, so I'll get that achievement and then run it back with the roles reversed. And that's generally the best way to do it, but you can do this solo using the same method. You just have to be a little bit more careful.
That was the part where no one sure doesn't work.
I don't care.
Okay, there we go.
We have to.
Now, you don't have to really worry in the beginning. This is pretty straightforward. The beginning part of Act 3, Chapter 1, it's mostly just walking and talking to Baird, and then some more walking and some more talking. Things will get interesting eventually, and of course they're funny because we still have that big head mode thing on. There's no way to skip this part. It is something that you have to do, even if you have the carryover progression on.
What's it do?
Jack's still wandering around with one arm on my screen.
Days ago, I sent Paddock a care package. Some DBs and some leeches.
Intriguing. Potentially disastrous, but intriguing.
Thank you. See, the way you described Niles' machine gave me an idea. I call it hijack. Go ahead. Try it out.
What the hell?
Show 'em what you got, Jack.
Whoa. You figured out how to override the hive mind?
No. Jack just floods their brains with voltage. It's crude, doesn't last long, but it works.
So much swarm can we use in this game?
Well, our test subject data is limited, obviously, but you know what? Go nuts out there. See what happens. Oh, one more thing. Stop by and see Paddock before you go. He's out front.
One more thing, Bear. Once we get this hammer up, I need to know if I can rely on you.
Don't worry about that. This time, we're gonna do it right.
You know what happened to Lizzie in the convoy? It wasn't your fault.
Kind of you to say, but I'm the one who pushed the button. Had a bad feeling about it. I didn't want to do it, but I did. So that's on me.
Speaking of,
Come have a look, children. Until a few weeks ago, we were holding out fine against your so-called swarm. Then everything changed. They got smarter. Suddenly they were wearing armor, and they started making these. Take one, if you want.
So you all have been fighting the swarm alone?
Yes, which is why I agreed to let Baird come here. We help you with your rocket launch. You help us take back our land. Speaking of which,
Paddock looks so much worse with the giant head.
we've been trying to restore it, but your swarms made that difficult, to say the least.
It's such a funny modifier. It is helpful, but it's just funny.
The tower. You'll pass it on the way out. Haven't heard from my people there in a while. Anything could be something. Check in if you can.
All right.
And now the big question. Are you children really prepared for this? Because your skiff's ready on the runway, and the desert awaits.
Now, we don't need it, but you can also pick up the Relic Talon pistol. You can pick up a lot of Relic weapons in Act 3. I think the Relic Marxa, Lancer, Snub. There's a bunch of them in Act 3.
Well, this can't be good.
The Relic weapons are divided fairly evenly between Acts 2 and 3. But I think the good ones are in Act 2.
I don't believe this. I hope you're not here to stop us.
Actually,
Because you can't.
Kate,
Maybe you should try.
Yeah, there you guys go. Just kiss and make up.
I'm listening.
Yeah, well, don't bother.
Because I'm here to help.
Kate's just like,
Before we go,
oh, I can't argue with that. I'm done. Just walks up. Face full of JD.
You pushed us away. Like we didn't even know you.
Alright, now, this game is kind of glitchy. Do not attempt to put weapons on the skiff. Our relic weapons are supposed to be there. Sometimes they take a little while to actually show up.
Beauty brings out the best in it.
I don't know why it does that, but
Alright, I know why we're here. But where are we going?
An old rocket hangar to the east. And just a heads up, the nomads could use some help too.
Then let's do it.
I think it's like we have to go into an area where it resets the skiff and then it shows back up. But that's the Talon relic.
Okay. Let him get it out.
No. See, that's not fair.
You're being unreasonable, and I want to stay mad. Then stay mad. Not here to prove anything. Just here to help. As am I. So it appears his decency's rubbing off on me.
Actually, I don't even remember where on this section the snub pistol is, but it was pretty cool. It's, I think it turns it into like a binary fire pistol. It, like, shoots 2 shots every time you pull the trigger, and does a little bit more damage.
The tech we'll find out here has been bricked for decades. Yeah. Jackie,
Most of the relic weapons are cool, except for the boom shot. Really useful for what I was doing with it, but other than that, like, just no. The relic weapons are harder to find because the omens blend in this act.
Kate, I'm guessing that's the water tower Paddock mentioned. We're gonna check it out.
Some of this stuff is skippable. You don't have to do it, but I don't have the... Oh, yes, actually, we do. Now we have the rocket hangar. I'm just going to skip your water tower because I already have the upgrade, so, you know. They can fend for themselves over there. I just have to make sure that I go to the right place. There we go. I hate driving the skiff. You run over everything. And if it works correctly, when we get out of this area, our relic weapon should be back on the skiff. That's how it normally works.
That's
But
gotta be the rocket hangar. So let's park this thing and find an old rocket.
no idea. I wish the weapons would just stay with you, but They don't. Don't try to put anything on there. It's just like
Haddock said there's plenty of
they're not there. They're invisible, but then the skiff like resets. It's in like a different position when you come out of this section, and then it's like, oh, your weapons are here now.
They're on us! Take them out!
We're pinned down! We can't do with those turrets!
Jack, halt!
Got to...
Jack, halt!
Oh, well. Those turrets have to go first. Like, I can't even stick my head out of cover there. Tried to shoot a GL up there, but it didn't work. Let me just check and see. Curiosity, did that reset the skiff's position? No, it didn't. Oh, well. We'll have to actually complete this before it resets the skiff's positioning.
They're on us! Take them out!
We're pinned down! We can't do with those turrets!
It would be really nice to have the relic long shot right now.
Oh shit! More of them coming from the main building!
Poppers! Keep him back! Let him have it! Spin those turrets around!
I wish you could just carry your weapons that you were carrying from one act to the next act.
They're overheating! Throwing frags!
Jack, flash!
That's it. They're done. Good night.
Haddock, the swarm tried to stop us, but we're heading into the hangar now.
Good. Your rocket should be inside. Let me know when you need translations. Because you will. I speak 5 languages.
Okay, got it. Let's get inside. Help me.
Yeah, it sort of acts like you are in a totally different area, and then when you finish this mission, you come back out and the skiff's reset, which is both times that I've run through and carried weapons when the weapons on the skiff have reappeared.
It's gotta have a mission control.
I don't know why it does that, or if it's even technically supposed to do that.
And keep going. He's close.
I'm running into little periodic rubber band or like some frame drops and stuff. I think their game is just broken now due to the predator hunt.
This must be the place.
Let's get some light in here.
I'm just using my explosives right now.
I'd say we found the rocket hangar.
Maybe I need glasses, but I'm not seeing any rocket.
Paddock, Baird. The hangar's empty.
Well, shit. If the rocket was moved, there's gotta be a record of it. You know what? Hack into an access port. Let's see if Jack can bypass that virus.
Okay, Jack. Let's pull some records.
Okay, Jack's giving me a window into the mainframe. Ooh, that's some nasty malware.
I probably should have ran my Arid Gale skins. I think the Arid Gale skin looks better, but
Right, buddy?
I was just showing off the Venom skins.
Huh. No virus can stop Jack.
Data's coming in. Paddock, I assume you can read this?
Yes.
Yeah, Arid Gale is from back in Op 2. Oh, hey, Jack's got both of his arms now.
Check the assembly chamber on the other side of the hangar.
Nose cone. What about the rocket?
The hammer satellite.
Oh, this game.
Go deal with that. We'll keep digging on the rocket's location.
Wilco, Delta out. All right, let's go find those satellites.
Boss, we're back, sorry. Did you read those files?
Naturally, I was born in New Fear. My parents wouldn't even speak this card with me growing up. Didn't want to see that before.
Okay, what now?
Well, let's bring that platformy thing this way. This card on the entry. Is it there? Finally, something I can drive.
Come on, you lot. All aboard.
I just hope I don't get hit randomly.
Okay, Foz, take us across.
With pleasure.
One thing, Joe. I mentioned how the UIR attacked that facility.
Let's hope Foz knows how to drive, too, because
Yeah.
it's Foz after all.
Did? Why?
To destroy the car.
Yeah, well, makes sense.
These days, I'm somewhat less.
It's just one of those things that sadly, once they started doing the Horde events, everything just got buggy. Every time they do a new event, the game breaks.
Let's go.
Crashing issues, loading issues, all that stuff. But when I originally ran through the campaign prior to any events being added, it was no issue.
Well, no satellites here. Let's keep looking.
Paddock, I'm curious. How long did your siege against this place last?
3 days. We attacked the moment Premier Deshimko sat down with your chairman to discuss the armistice. You hit us.
Look alive! Here we go!
Drop them all. Now, let's get a move on.
Paddock, Baird. Ran into some swarm, but we're back on track.
Also, Paddock, the cog that hammered you 50 years ago isn't us. We're not them.
Well, if you lost those satellites, you'll be doomed to make the same mistakes. What is this knob even on about?
Help me with this before Paddock starts talking again.
I heard that.
Now we have this one.
All the rest of the enemies, I think, for the most part, are...
About bloody
Oh, they're on to us now. I like the pulse better than invisibility just because it gives you a damage bonus. You gotta cool down on Jack's like abilities. The cooldowns reset by each person using the abilities, so you can sort of double stack ability effects, as in like the damage bonus stays for a certain amount of time on the enemies when they're highlighted, and that's longer than the cooldowns with the cooldown minimization, so you can kind of use that to your advantage and then activate something else.
That's the last one.
So, let's keep looking for those satellites.
No, there's any of the Jack abilities really work. Oh, shit. Forgot about that. No, but I'm about dead. That's not good. I completely forgot about that door. Thank goodness that I had the freezing bullets on. You'll have to watch on the video, Casper. I don't know if you've seen it, but I got lit up and meleeed by a claw and survived. I was right in the door when it opened with all those enemies, but I survived it. That's thanks to the freezing modifier. I would have been dead. Shit, just the melee would have killed me. Not to mention getting shot.
Here we go.
All right, let's get set up. They're coming.
Someone get on that turret! Oh shit, we got poppers! Don't let them get too close! Hey, friendly fire! Hey, check your range! More incoming!
Damn, there's a lot of them.
I'm just abusing the hell out of the Jack ability cooldown. It makes it so cheap running through this. I also like the pulse because you can see the enemies when they try to hide behind cover or smoke grenades and crap. So not only can you see them, but they take more damage, and I just makes life easy. Oh shit, a warden! Whatever shall we do? I know. Freeze. Goodbye, warden. I mean, for those people who are looking to actually make the game more challenging on themselves, you could reverse the modifiers that we're using and make it like you can only reload successfully on an active reload. Cut your max ammo in half instead of doubling it. Make it so Jack's abilities take longer to come off a cooldown. But personally, I don't think that would be really fun. To me, that just sounds like annoyingness.
Wait. I see the others. Either side of the chamber.
Let's get on that gantry. We'll load them up one at a time.
Good idea. I'll drive.
Bring the gantry in closer, Jack. Just like the last one.
Come on, let's do this! platform should we hit first?
Make the call.
Choices, choices.
All right, off we go then.
Having a problem, pal?
No, just figuring it out. So our friend Patty's got some interesting thoughts on the Hammer of Dawn. Who's he to judge? He tried to launch it himself.
Okay, let's get that thing loaded onto the nose cone.
Alright, do not stand up there in the way of that. It will kill you.
Let's try this.
And
Stay clear of that rail, people.
when it says stay clear of the rail, it's like a little deceiving. You'd think you're clear on the sides, but it can just take your head off and kill you.
Well, that's bollocks. It's stuck. Maybe it just needs a nudge.
Okay, okay. Maybe it needs more of a shove.
First one's down.
It's dead.
Platform.
And our satellite's sitting pretty on the...
I love the flash freeze.
Then let's get the gantry over to the other side.
Right, on it.
For me, the freeze isn't that bad, but then again, I don't get hit by the pouncers, because the pouncers, like, each one of their tail quills counts as an individual hit, so it procs a percentage of the freezing. But still, your chances of surviving is a lot better with freezing than without freezing.
Brace yourselves. This might
At least if you're on Inconceivable. On Inconceivable, if you get clipped by like one tail quill, it's death.
Paddock's right about launching the satellites.
Oh shit! Swarm on the other platform! Enemy cops down here!
I wish I could refill my GL rounds.
Oh, shit.
This is the opposite of fire?
I'm aware of that. Got it. Got it.
Keep us moving.
Doing my best.
Got another one. Jack, pulse.
Shit. Zion. And we got a bastard, too.
We gotta get off this thing.
Well, there's a higher platform to the left. Hang on. Get us there now.
Sadly, you can't. No! Yep, that happened. I really wish Foz would frickin' like get that platform the hell out of the way, because sometimes you hit that drop shot and he just never actually fires a drop shot far enough to hit you, and other times he puts that drop shot right onto the platform. You can survive it on lower difficulties, no problem, but on Inconceivable, there's no safe spot on this platform.
Let's go.
Brace yourselves. This might be a little rough.
And sadly, I don't have a boom shot.
Hey, what if Paddock...
Plus, you're out of range for Jack's like freeze ability, so this fight's a little bit more on the annoying side.
Enemy cops down here!
Vaughn, get us higher.
On it.
Pulse.
Oh, shit.
I'll switch to Stim once the
Aware of that.
stupid Scion shows up.
Got it.
Keep us moving.
It's not a guarantee survive, but it can help a little bit. Get out of my way, JD.
We gotta get off this thing!
Well, there's a higher platform to the left. Hang on. Get us there now!
Nope. Stim can't save you from a headshot. I activated the Stim ability, but apparently not even Stim can save you from a drop shot headshot. Once that Scion comes out, drop the Mulcher. Just don't even use it. It's such a bad weapon in the first place. I would never recommend using it.
Okay, let's go.
Brace yourselves. This might be a little rough. Hey, what if Paddock's right about launching these satellites? Oh shit! More on the other platform! We're sitting ducks down here!
Boss, get us higher!
On it! Oh shit!
This is the opposite of higher?
I'm aware of that. Got it! Got it!
Just keep us moving!
Doing my best! Shit! Zion! And we got a bastard too!
Maybe he won't shoot at us if we're invisible.
We gotta get off this thing!
There's a higher platform to the left. Hang on. Get us there now!
Actually, that tactic seems to be working. He's not shooting. Well, that's one way to cheese the hell out of that Scion.
Sailboat!
Jack,
I gotta go back to an offensive ability, though, because he's just taking way too much damage.
Boss, they're clear! Take us away! Here we go!
okay, Del, let's clear this platform.
You got it!
There we go. Now I could freeze Mr. Jerk Scion.
Big guys down!
Alright, so that's the secret that we need to remember. Just use invisibility when we're waiting for Foz to move the platform.
Got another one!
Chuck him out.
JD, that all of them? Yeah, looks like it, yeah.
Then Foz, dock the gantry so we can connect the satellite.
Plus, there's your, like, first opportunity to go ahead and grab a sniper rifle. There's ammo scattered around if you need it.
Oh no! Fuck! Fuck!
I recommend grabbing ammo and then retreating.
Take down that block!
One block down!
We're not out of this yet!
Well, that went swimmingly. Look.
Look for another switch.
You okay, Casper? Just checking. I found my long shot now, so I'm happy. Okay, come on, JD. Get the hell away from that.
Watch your head. Here comes satellite number 2.
Really, JD? Come on. AI. There's a very fine line between where you can stand and be fine on this, and where you can stand and it just takes off your head and you instantly die. And I've seen the bots die a good number of times before.
That's it. All satellites secured.
Back onto the gantry. Let's get him to the hangar.
Not to burst any bubbles, but we're not getting anywhere till we open that big round door.
Well, there's a platform up there. Head over to it.
You read my mind. All aboard!
Alright, Foz, go do your work.
Get up there.
Okay, so what about a launching the satellites is about?
He's right that the hammer's dangerous. Believe me. That
Not launching these satellites is dangerous. Believe me, a world on fire is better than a world you want. We get this thing back to the hangar. We worry about the rest later.
It's gotta be this one.
Guys, our ride's leaving.
God damn it. Opening that door must have triggered some automated sequence.
So we babysit it on foot then.
And I was just getting the hang of driving it.
Come on, up these stairs. We can't lose that nose cone. There, let's keep up with it. Watch it, below us. Flash. Jack, halt!
I'm just staying up here to snipe. It's a little safer. It's not like the best spot, but I'd recommend that you follow this path to make it as easy as possible on yourself for playing on Incon.
And stay down!
Jack, flash! Got another one! Good job. Come on, let's catch up to the satellites. Way through over here. There it is. Let's keep up. Paddock, Bear. We're escorting the satellites back to the hangar now.
Good. We're still decrypting these old files, but we're making progress. Head out to your speed. We'll find your rocket soon enough.
All right, we're on our way. Come on, once we're back in the hangar, we can work our way outside. Need some help.
The Venom skins do look cool. In the darker area, at least, you notice how they glow more.
Okay, satellites are safe and sound. Want to get out of here? We should cross to the other side.
Oh, no. Come on. There we go. Picked up the wrong weapon.
Shit, guys, below
Usually you want to do what we did in the last section and stay back a bit, but I didn't position myself in time. So,
Okay, they're down. Let's keep it moving.
as long as you know what to expect and where the cover is, you can usually get into cover and not die from those drones, which is really a blessing.
Clear.
Okay, just so you know, whether we get the hammer working or not, that
Yeah. If we don't get the hammer working, whether you came or not won't matter. Let's just find a way back up.
over there, incoming.
Oh, so hate cankers, man. They're an insta-kill on you no matter where you go and try and get away from them. That's what makes the carrier fight difficult. The rest of it's actually easy, but the cankers that they throw out make it a real pain in the ass.
Looks like we're all clear.
Okay, just so you know, whether we get the hammer working or not, that
Yeah. If we don't get the hammer working, whether you came or not won't matter. Let's just find a way back up.
over there, incoming.
Jack, halt! Jack!
Oi! What the hell is that?
It's not alone. Back up, back up.
Spread out! Don't let it box us in!
Just keep firing!
Flash!
Ideally, you want to be able to hit it with the flash and kill it before it shoots cankers. Also be very careful, there's plenty of fire gas trap things around here that can kill you. And plenty of jubies.
Bloody hell. Does every carrier burst apart like that?
Yeah, pretty much. Our way out's above us. Let's get up there.
Hey, got our way back up. Everyone on the lift.
Then you simply just have to wait for the AI that walk pretty darn slowly. And once everyone's on the lift, it lets you pull the lever.
Who knew putting a rocket together would be so difficult? Let's see. Scientists, rocket scientists, and anyone who's used the expression, it's not rocket science.
What do you think? We just push a button marked launch?
Oh, us. Yeah, pick on the handsome one, cut him down to size.
So, we're back across. And for the record, I'm the handsome one, okay?
Paddock, we're almost out of here. Any leads on that rocket?
Yes, it's at a turntable in the east, beyond the Dune Sea. There's a rail bridge blocking the way, but don't worry. My people will raise it for you. So, out in the desert, find train tracks. Then you'll know you're on the right path.
Copy that. All right, let's head for the skiff.
You know, all this time I thought I was the handsome one.
Oh, dear God.
Alright, now we just hope that once it puts us outside and we give it like 5 to 10 seconds, our weapons, our old relic weapons from Act 2, that is, are on the skiff. That's what we have to hope for. Where are you at, Casper? Oh, this game.
Hey, Paddock, still there? I got a question for you.
No, I'm on lunch break. Of course I'm still here.
Okay, what exactly stops you from launching the hammer?
The usual problems faced by 200 dedicated patriots trying to defeat 3,000 cowards.
You know, you could just have agreed to the armistice. And spared a lot of lives.
A Rosnian proverb for you. A just war is better than an unjust peace.
So, just exactly how many Garavian proverbs justify war?
Most of them.
All right, let's head out.
JD's goggles are just ridiculous
One more
with big head.
bridge controls one network, so the base commander's virus didn't affect them. But the bridge itself hasn't been lifted in decades.
What do you say? Worried about your people not being able to raise it?
No, they'll handle it. But that bridge, it's old and rusty and... Just when you're beneath it, don't linger.
Copy that. All right, you heard him. Let's head for the bridge.
So, this Pat, how's Baird even know?
Apparently, Paddock served in a cog for a while.
That guy was Todd. When?
Unclear.
Alright, apparently not yet. Love it. That's fun.
Come on, let's get past the bridge and over to that turntable.
I was really hoping it wouldn't glitch and we'd have our weapons, but it doesn't look like we're going to be that lucky this time.
Boz, as a Vasgari, are you feeling any, I don't know, connection to this place? Nah. To be honest, I'm glad my parents came to their senses and left. I mean, growing up around here, in the desert, shaking sandwash from your shoes? Nah, I'm good, mate. You know this always wasn't a desert, right? Most of this used to be seashore. Long before I was born, mate. There's the bridge. I hope Paddock's nomads can raise it. There it goes. Well, they haven't dropped it yet. That's good, right?
And we're in a wind flare now? Seriously?
On the bright side, we get to see half of sand formations of me. Not really a bright side, though.
Alright. Hopefully the wind flare's not waiting for me on the other side. Ah, look at it. It's literally in the middle of the opening. Cheeky bugger. The ones in the second section don't seem to despawn as quickly either, which is very frustrating. I'm trying to stay near stuff that I can get stuck on so that I can try to break and avoid getting hit. Which isn't gonna happen. Come on, seriously, Wind Flare, just go away. It's like waiting for us.
Alright, we're through the storm. Hey, Kate, nice driving. Or whatever you call it.
Well, we got through it.
Guys, we're getting close. There's a launch tower.
What?
Hey, check it out. There's the rocket.
I was literally just driving into the wall most of the time. It's so dumb. It's so dumb, but This game makes you do some dumb things.
Our rocketry's facing the wrong direction, which is why it's called a turret.
Grab the other side and let's get in there.
You wouldn't think that purposely driving into the wall would actually be like an intelligent thing to do.
Okay, now, how do we turn this thing?
Started by finding a control.
And thankfully, we can abuse Jack's ability.
You know what to do, Delta.
Another Scion!
And now we've got some more enemies coming up here. No! Oh, God. Somebody friggin' Foz walked right in front of me as I tossed a grenade. I nearly blew myself up there.
Hey, check your aim. You brought an axe to a gunfight, mate. All right. Turntable's clear.
Come on, let's get that train turned around.
That's about the easiest time you'll literally ever have with this fight.
Need another pair of hands here.
Normally it's like run the hell away from that warden. Unless you happen to have a boom shot, but
Looks like
I did not have that luck.
Now to access the controls.
Jack, get that train pointed toward the hangar.
It's a coin flip. If your relic weapons load in on the skiff, it's super easy. But if they don't load in, then it's like SOL.
Beautiful. All that's left now is to get it back to the hangar.
Oh, wait a second. Are our weapons back now? Please. Nope, of course not. And now for the really fun part, because we have to go back through the wind flare.
Paddock, Baird! The rocket's on a train headed for the hangar!
Wait, what? It won't make it! The bridge has to be lowered first!
Can't your people do it?
They're not there anymore! Why did you send the train back without lowering the bridge?
Because we didn't... Oh, forget it, we'll lower it ourselves!
Ah, shit! Hey, we gotta get back to the bridge controls! Hurry!
What do you think I'm doing?
I'm trying to
To the bridge!
do exactly what I did before and time out some of these wind flares by getting stuck on the rocks. But it's not easy to do. you gotta wait for the wind flares to kind of like hopefully they die out, but at the very least move out of your way. Sometimes they do. Most of the time they don't. If you're lucky, you can see them early enough to get stuck on a rock on like this right side, but it's, yeah. Even doing this, it's still a pain in the ass. Because it's like you're always going full tilt forward. So driving becomes more bounce off the wall to lose momentum and hopefully not get sucked up by a wind flare. Whew. I think we made it through there finally. Oh, not quite. Alright, now the last one's gone. Okay. See, it pays to drive into things. It's like, have a traffic violation. Officer, it pays to drive into the wall. I lose momentum that way and don't get sucked up by a wind flare. I wonder if that would actually work. Probably not, knowing my luck. Oh, alright, well, that section is done. Thank goodness we do not have to go through the wind flare ever again. For this part where the enemies are like relatively all close together, it's easy enough to just abuse the stealth ability.
The bridge controls are wrecked.
Then we bring it down the old-fashioned way. Okay, but what am I shooting
What
at?
am I shooting at?
That big clamp. That'll bring it down.
Got it. Coming down.
Holy shit. That's I cut it a little close.
And now we have a crap load of juvies to fight.
Wicked people, swarm.
Come on, Delta. Put him down.
You have to be careful because the juvies like to come out of the wall. And also there's the Pouncer, which, yeah, he's almost guaranteed insta-death. Well, he would be insta-death without the freezing thing.
Got him. Last one's down. We're good here.
Good news, children. I don't know how you did it, but my scouts have just informed me that your rocket train safely entered the hangar.
Glad to hear it, Panic.
That's the end of my good news. You have another task. Go secure the Hammer's targeting beacon. Targeting beacon? What, for the Hammer of Dawn? Our system was based on targeting beacons. I was saving that info until we knew you could get the rocket.
So where are these beacons?
In the southwest, at Cosmonaut Training Facility. And to be clear, if we don't secure those beacons, we don't have a Hammer of Dawn.
Okay, we're on it.
Something up ahead. Looks like old dock. Should we stop?
I was wondering what that momentary freeze was.
Oi! Convoy trucks! Over by that ruin! And it looks like someone's there. Should we stop? So, Kate, your headaches. They're really gone?
Alright, and since it says you left the game, now I gotta pause it and wait. Otherwise, we won't get credit for it.
As soon as we killed the matriarch, they ended. Haven't had one since.
And this idea you have about your mother being...
It's not an idea.
I just wish this game wouldn't be so darn buggy with
Whatever she is now.
disconnecting and crashing and all that fun stuff.
We're getting close.
And I really wish that you could keep your relic weapons consistently.
Wonder how Jen's gonna react when she figures out we're getting the hammer online. Again. Settlement 2 shifted her thinking a bit. Obviously, no thanks to me.
Meanwhile, I often wonder who stuffed that gigantic stick up her ass.
Firm no comment from Captain Phoenix on that one.
Paddock, Baird. We're heading into the training facility for the beacons.
Good to know. We're standing by.
Alright. At least everyone's in the game. It should count. Hopefully.
Stuff not get out. I mean, how did the car keep it secret?
Simple. When the COG also runs the newspapers.
Everything looks normal for me, but you know, with this game it's impossible to tell. There's so many visual bugs. They all seem to have popped up recently with like Operation 5 though. I never had the issues before with invisible weapons and all that stuff.
They fired a light mass missile on us when we were moments from seizing control of that entire facility. Wait, I'm confused. The COG? I thought this was a UIR civil war. The losers don't write the history books, Vescari.
There's one-armed Jack again.
Okay, Paddock. We're here.
Listen, during our attack, I was certain the beacons were somewhere inside that place. But that computer virus locked us out of every building before I could get to them. And until your bot deals with that, you won't get to them either.
You hear that, buddy? Fate's in your tiny metal hands.
Look for a terminal to access in the lobby security office.
Jack, see if that vent will get you to the security office. Paddock, where do we start looking once we lift the virus?
The centrifuge building.
It's so nice if you're playing this in 3-player co-op and one person is playing Jack that knows what to do, because they can actually go to where they need to be before the game lets you. It's a fun little feature. I guess I'll take incendiary grenades for now.
Facilities activating, Delta.
See? I knew Jack could do it. No sweat.
Paddock, Jack cracked the virus. We're in.
And you now have full access to the entire facility.
Gotta be the centrifuge.
And storm or no storm, we're heading over there.
That's not a good sign. Red Condor out there.
Yo, Bear, you lose a condor by any chance?
Several, in fact, while running weapons to a certain, desert-dwelling friend of mine. Keep whatever you find.
Okay. Solid copy.
Can't believe Baird's secretly a gun runner.
You're having trouble believing Baird. Looks like we're gonna have to go through that storm to get there. Let's make it quick.
I haven't run into any swarm yet. That's a fairly good sign.
Don't hold your breath. Between Paddock, Civil War, and the weather, you could crawl in anywhere.
Well, you called it. Look who's here.
We got a shot!
And it's got a blaster!
Come on, put these assholes down!
kind of fun playing stealth aggressive, but at the same time, the odds of dying while doing this are very high.
Okay, swarm assholes have been wiped clean. I'm aware of how that sounds.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Okay, I'd appreciate that.
Oh, hard shell spacesuits? How advanced was the UIR space program? All right, so all the exits are blocked. Now what?
Jack, activate that crane.
You got it.
All right, Jack, let's do it again.
Drop the target!
Get in there, Jack.
It's all about knowing which ones of these little like space station parts you can actually move. There's a couple ones that you can't move, but if you know which ones you can, then this section's relatively easy to do. In truth, all of Act 3 is relatively easy.
So, what's in here?
This is just a little extra armory room. If you do need ammo and stuff, you can grab it in there. There's a mark set, but I already have my long shot, so I'm happy.
Interrupted. Come on, this way. Look out! Almost there. Centrifuge building's dead ahead. Hang on, we got a straggler.
They're on us!
Not for long.
Check your aim!
This you do have to be a bit careful on, because if you push too far ahead, you'll find that the rejects come up out of the ground behind you.
Help me get this open.
Now this fight's gonna be fun.
Okay, we're in. So where the hell are those beacons?
Let's check the security cameras.
Guys, look. Beacons are tucked away in the castle.
Yeah, but how do we get them out?
We could bring the armor out. There's a platform over there.
Worth a shot. Jack, see what you can do?
You have to be really careful, because this thing will start spinning around, and yeah, it's not good. It'll kill you real quick.
Can't believe that knackered thing still works. But it's not slowing down. Oi, what? What did you do? This thing's older than you are, man. Jack's not a miracle worker.
What about an emergency brake?
Well, there's some controls in space.
Okay, they're active!
Hey, no difference to me. Delete these malfunctions. Lock to target.
Okay. Now let's stop this thing.
Basically, you have to like wait back here,
We gotta pull them together.
and then as soon as that passes, you need to run and jump up here. It's also a good idea because of juvies to, well, I didn't want to go invisible, but going invisible definitely is one way of doing this. I usually like to set a couple shock traps down just to kind of cover your ass. And then I like to go back to the pulse so that you can see exactly where they're coming from and engage. Unfortunately, the grenades, there's nothing that you can do about. It's, the damage, you're just not getting away from them. They toss them at one of your teammates and they'll still kill you on Incon. You can technically sometimes survive it with stim, but it's like a 50-50 chance of surviving it at best, depending on when you activate the stim ability and exactly where the grenade lands.
What the hell? Why isn't this stopping?
Brakes might be toast. I don't know. We'll have to discuss that later. Swarm!
I'll just go ahead and run stim for the moment.
Appreciate it, Jack.
More of them coming in! Yeah, baby. Welcome to the blender. Incoming frag! Incoming frag!
Assist, Jack.
Fire in the hole! Got him!
Thanks, Jack. Focus fire on that Scion.
You can see I still have my two little guardian shock traps here. That's pretty much just for juvies, though.
Good assist, Jack.
It's always safe when you hear incoming frag to just hit the stim if you have it available.
Run down that elite drone. Jack, pulse.
And then you'll get that, which the best thing here is just to take cover. It's kind of cheap, but freezing the snatcher in place makes it easy.
Verify the beacons are okay. Come on. Jack, tell me the beacons are fine. Oh, thank God. Paddock, Baird. Beacons are secure. They're also a hell of a lot bigger than I don't think we have room for them all on the skiff.
I'll have my people transport them. Fine, but Delta, I need one here ASAP to get a head start on calibrating them to our network in New Fear. Can you do that? Yeah, I'll carry it to the skiff. Well, that's heavy.
All right, Baird, we're heading back. Paddock, send your people for the rest of these beacons when you can. Delta, let's get back to the skiff. Get the other side.
You know, if Paddock's still folks out, we should probably clear out the rest of the swarm. He's lost a lot of people.
Yeah, sorry guys. Not gonna be much use in a firefight at the moment.
Stay close to me, mate.
Well, Storm's no better. If anything, it's worse.
Too bad. We're going back into it. Okay, Delta. Our way out's on the other side.
We got swarm, people!
Get behind those sandblast things!
They're called Boomerang!
Yeah, tomato!
Now, personally, for this, I think Pulse is very, very helpful. Because at least you can see where the enemies are, despite the storm and everything.
Got another one.
It's dead!
Gotta deal with those turrets!
Target that bastard!
Jack, halt!
Guys, come on! That turret's ripping us up!
Jack! Black!
Nope, that works. Get that dude out of cover.
Pulse! Incoming frag! Jack, pulse!
Thank goodness that the Grenadiers don't automatically compensate for the wind flare.
All clear! Now,
Otherwise, they would be really OP.
ah, shit! The door's welded shut! Jack, rip the door and hurry!
Surprising no one! We got more swarm coming in!
Can we hold them off?
You have to be very careful that the poppers don't get up here. But with 2 people on the turrets, it's fairly easy.
Shit, got Zion!
And they got bastards!
Not for long! Take them out!
Now for this, you definitely want to use Jack's flash ability to take out those scions, and then Pulse, get off the turret, and hope that you don't get overrun.
They're down! And the door's open! Let's get our asses inside!
Okay, skiff's not much farther. JD, how's the beacon?
Not damaged. That's the important part.
Kind of relying on you to keep it safe.
Yeah, I get it. End of the world. No pressure.
Hear that? Storm's dying down.
Yeah, now that we're through it.
Come on, let's check on the skiff.
Kate, Fox, grab the other side.
It's so funny seeing one-armed Jack.
Come on, Delta. Let's get back to the skiff.
You know something, Kate? You're pretty good at this military leadership thing.
I'm not trying to be good at anything.
Yeah, probably why you're good at it.
When we're done showing the corporal compliments, we should decide whether we're heading straight back to the airfield or not.
Files is right. Oh man, saying it gives my soul.
Fortunately, it doesn't happen often. So there's one thing I don't get. This wasn't UIR territory originally. So why'd they build their Hammer of Dawn program so close to the COG border?
That's gory technology, my friend. It's what we're known for. We invented the transistor, the microchip. Of course, while we were making the world a more
Civilized place. Our neighbors were inventing tanks and rifles and missiles. I reckon the UIR moved in, found some lovely facilities and said, oh hello, we'll take that, piss off, thanks. I mean, where's the most devious possible place to build your super weapon? Right along your enemy's border. Brilliant, really. So are Paddock's nomads up to the task of hauling back the rest of those beacons? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. I mean, it seems pretty tough, but this desert's not forgiving. For anyone. Bear trusts Paddock, we trust Bear. So by the transit of property, we trust Paddock nomads. The transitive what? Books, files. They're filled with valuable insights and concepts. Now, honestly, I wouldn't know.
How about this? We trust Paddock and his nomads till they give us a reason not to. And they haven't yet.
Works for me. I've noticed something, that the swarm seem different. Smarter, more cunning. Yeah, rocking spiffy new weapons and armor, too. Paddock warned us about that. Said it started happening like a few days ago.
When we were at Mount Kadar.
Wait, you don't think it's connected to...
To when they got their queen back? Yeah, I know it is. And it's only gonna get worse if we don't get the hammer back online.
Anfield's just ahead. Park the skiff as close as you can. I think it's kind of heavy.
How's that for a parking as close as you can job? Still mad that my relic weapons never actually showed up.
Bear.
Lead the way.
Paddock, where's Bear?
In back. He was explaining to me the new modification he made for your little bunk frame. It was boring, so I came out here.
Should probably unload this targeting beacon ASAP. And you think that's going to...
Set that targeting beacon down. I'll deal with it in a bit.
Gladly.
We have one ability for Jack that we have to pick up now. Unfortunately, you have to wait for slow JD to get here. So basically, you can kind of loot weapons or armor, grab a different weapon if you want. I like the bolt hawk.
Hey, Bear. Can we talk?
Yeah, listen, kid. You still got a rocket to launch. I need to get back to New Fear.
Yeah, right. Of course.
JD, we're fine. I'm just working through it. We can talk later.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
Paddock said you were working on something?
Yeah, a new and improved shield prototype for Jack. Go ahead, install it. It's actually very interesting. First, it creates an ionized vector.
Baird, cancel class and get out here. Swarm coming in.
Short version, it stops bullets. Now get up there and use it.
Delta, come on! Jack Black!
What? Okay. That certainly happened. So he was frozen. His salvo was pointing up in the air. I shot his head off with the long shot, and then I died. That was amusing. Gotta love Gears and its buggy nature sometimes, man.
Delta, come on! Target that supply!
Stay down!
Jack Black!
Try the barrier.
You come into my house uninvited. You pay the price.
Jack!
Drop the target!
Come on, cloak already. Wow.
We're not done. Everyone, get to the tarmac before Baird loses his ride home. They're right on top of us.
Better clear this tarmac or Bear's not going anywhere!
Jack Black!
You have to get rid of that stump quick, otherwise it is game over. And you have to be very careful because these enemies like to hide.
Looks like they want you to stay, Baird.
Target the Scion!
Jack Pulse!
Oh yeah!
Okay. Airfield secure. Now Bear can do
Also be very careful. Do not run through the propellers where Bear just, you know, oh, let me just walk through that. Yeah. That shit was so annoying. I remember the first time I did the campaign, I was like, oh, I can just walk through there and, you know, follow Baird. Nope. Got chopped to pieces.
Children, more bad news, I'm afraid.
What is it now?
My people, transporting the other people.
Yeah, it only works for Baird. He's like immune. You know, he built the plane, so it won't kill him when he Walk straight into the propeller.
All right, we're on it.
Man, the nomads cannot catch a break.
See that? Smoke up ahead. Shit. Yeah, it's a convoy, all right.
All right, let's get in there and see what we can do.
Look, they're still fighting. We gotta help them.
Don't even try to mess with pouncers. Just take them out from a distance. Pulse and freeze combo. Works amazing.
Another one of those bloody things!
All right, we're clear. Let's check on the beacons.
Don't think they're damaged.
Paddock, mate, you hearing this?
He says the beacons are safe. I'll send someone to pick them up now. And don't worry.
The barrier is cool because it's like the direction you look. Jack goes in front and deploys the barrier.
Here, let's get back on.
It can actually reflect bullets, but I prefer to use cloak or pulse. Sometimes stim.
All right, Bear. Safe travels.
You too. Good luck.
So, what's the plan now?
The hangar. It's time to put that rock.
You have to wait for all this dialogue to be over before you can do anything.
Next up for us. Maybe we'll hold something for that.
If we don't get our rocket launch soon, it's not just Paddock's nomads we'll be worrying about.
Eventually, once the dialogue's over, it'll let you on the skiff. By this point, you're almost done with Act 4. Or Act 3, sorry. I'm getting tired. You're almost done with Act 3 and getting ready to head into Act 4.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to assemble that damn rocket. Kate, take us to the hangar.
You know, I may have complained a bit, or a lot, thank you, Del. But this has actually been a
Pretty ripping time all in all. To sum it up, 8 out of 10. Would do it again.
And it's been surprisingly not terrible having you along.
Yeah, I'll take that, yeah.
Get the other side. Let's finish this. Paddock, we're back at the hangar. Everything should be ready.
Good. Bears left instructions. instructions he asked me to read you. And I quote, "Get inside, initiate the rocket assembly procedure, launch aforementioned rocket, and hope these satellites talk to ours." End quote.
Wait, hope the satellites talk to ours?
What do you want from me? I can barely turn on a computer. Go press the button and see what happens.
And there we are. Everyone's favorite rocket.
Let's get down to the platform and throw a switch.
Yeah, see what happens. Here goes nothing. Paddock, our rocket's assembling.
Look out! There's a bloody snatcher in here. Son of a bitch! You know, I think it did that on purpose. Who gives a shit? We need to get that nose cone back into place. Oh shit! Match is back!
Jet flash! Oh yeah! Jet pulse!
Shit! We got fire!
Oh, it's the boom shot scions that are the problem. You gotta take them out. Usually your co-op partner is going to be the one that engages them while you dodge the snatchers. But, yeah. Sometimes that doesn't happen. With this setup, you'd actually be surprised, but the snatchers are less dangerous than the scions. Only because their attacks have the freezing modifier on them, and the boomshot scion, it's technically freezing as well, but it just does so much damage that the explosive one-shots you no matter what.
Oh shit! Match is back!
Stay down! Jet flash!
Shit! We got fire!
Jet pulse! Flash!
Oh yeah!
That's basically what's supposed to happen.
We gotta get on that gantry and realign the nose cone.
Okay, come on. Stop getting stuck on the smallest little piece of debris there.
Gotta realign this thing, buddy.
Alright, we're back in business.
Then climb aboard the rocket. You can ride it straight to the launch pad.
This is actually where a really neat ability comes into play, and that's the shock trap ability.
Jet, shock trap! Jack, shock trap!
All right. Good down.
That's also a really good spot to get the kill so many enemies with Jack's shock trap. For anyone who didn't have that achievement already.
No, by our standards, that counter would have behind you! Holy shit! Boss! Man! Thank you! I'm moved by your gratitude, really, I am. But I remind you, I'm hanging from the back of a fucking train! Oh.
It's ridiculous with the big head. It's like, where'd they find a pair of sunglasses that big? Alright, last section of Act 3. Act 3, Chapter 4.
Alright, rocket delivered. What now? Now we raise it into position.
Manually, from the looks of it.
Which means we need to find the control room.
Ah, we're fine. Nothing to worry about.
Bloody hell. No one told me hanging with you lot would be so much fun.
And there you go. One rocket.
Go, go, go!
Guys, down here.
Alright.
Go, go!
Okay, we got this. We're good.
What the hell is that?
Look out!
Anyone got any bright ideas?
Shit! It's gonna crush the platform! We're trapped!
Okay, I would like my game to stop lagging.
Shoot the spherical!
What the fuck is a spherical?
The open bits! Shoot the open bits! Great! The open bits have leeches in them! Got an open spherical!
Just let it go!
The things don't take that much damage, which is really nice. But I can't take much damage without dying, so...
It's coming around again!
The spherical! Get him on early! Jack, stop that.
Another one's open!
You can always tell which one's gonna shit out some leeches.
We gotta make it let go again!
Spherical's open! Focus fire!
And the Boltok does, like, really good damage against it.
Motherfuckers are everywhere!
No. Oh my freaking god. I hate when you can't use your abilities because it's shaking the freaking platform, but a single leech hit is enough damage to kill you. You literally can't do anything. You can't reload, you can't shoot, you can't move, but the leech can move. And you can't even use Jack's abilities when it does the whole shaking thing.
Coming around again!
The spherical! Get him on early!
Watch the leeches!
We gotta make it let go again!
Watch the leeches!
Only one left! It's gonna crush us!
It's full of the little buggers!
Come on, use the frickin' ability.
How do we get down?
Thank you. I hate how sometimes it bugs out and like you can't deploy the abilities.
Oh, this is bullshit! Fuck! Fuck! Take it out! It's working!
I have to keep using the stim ability, otherwise there's literally no way for me to survive. Which is so annoying.
Target the opening! Northwood!
Oh, it's letting go of the rocket!
Oh shit!
Time to get off this goddamn...
Usually you want to hit that infinite ammo stockpile before we slide down, but that's
Onto that...
kind of hard to do, unfortunately. It's about having enough GL rockets for this next section. I have 4 of those, so it should be okay.
Everyone okay?
Yeah! We're under the goddamn engines! We gotta get out of here!
Son of a bitch!
Get back! Tom! Got guns now?
Keep him off us! Jack, shock back!
About to strike! We're stuck in here with that thing!
We need a way out!
Hey! Shoot it!
No! I even had stim on. That's why I want more GLs. You want to have max GLs when you go into that fight, because if it goes after you, your teammates have to hit it off of you. It's like 2 seconds, if that, and then you're dead. Even if you're smashing the B button down, because you can't actually get out of it yourself, which is stupid. No, this thing just needs to go. No.
We need a way out!
Fucking tongues.
Jack, close!
Oh, come on. I do like almost no damage. Pretty much your best bet for this fight is laying out additional shock traps, using the pulse ability or the stim ability, sometimes cloak. As at least it seems to prevent the tongue from targeting me. But this is just a timed fight.
Shoot the tongue! Shoot it!
Really annoying because I couldn't activate the ability. Awesome.
Jack, focus fire on that tongue!
JD! Shoot the tongue! Pulling out! Time to go!
Nope. It's coming back for round 2.
Here's our exit!
Damn it, it's blocking the way! An escape
Alright, so it seems like if you're cloaked, the tongue will still target you, but it won't actually be able to make contact with you, which is good. Talk about a frustrating fight, right, Casper? You want to go into it with full GLs because the GL rockets do like an awesome amount of damage against it. It's like, what's the #1 rule of Tremors? Use a bigger gun. It would be nice if I could use Jack's abilities. Come on, game. Cooperate with me. No, it didn't. What do you mean it grabbed Foz? I have no GL rockets left, though. And technically this can kill you if you're on Incon, so you pretty much have to quickly switch to the stim ability and keep spamming stim. They make you do a lot of the whole quick swapping abilities. And now we just barbecue this Leviathan, right? Not Foz.
Oh, come on. Time to save you again. Wait, are you score?
It's like, good thing it's his bionic leg, though. And there we go. We should be done with Act 3. Thankfully. That wind flare part is what burns the most time. If you're really lucky, you'll get it on the first try, but I don't really know anyone that's ever been that lucky playing on insane or higher difficulty to get it on the first try. Alright, there we go, guys. That is well, technically this is still Act 3, but it's mostly like just skipping through it. Once you get to this part right there, then you can pause it and you can skip. And when you skip, you'll get another cutscene, which will eventually switch over to Act 4. You just have to go through the little cutscene cinematic things. It's weird. It's like technically it is Act 4, but when you pause the game, it says Act 3, so it's best just to go through the loading time and then stop and you'll be at Act 4. I do hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions or anything like that, just feel free to ask. I will always do my best to help you guys out. You can find the walkthroughs for Act 1, Act 2, and of course Act 4 if you need them. And do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe for more content, and of course, until next time, my fellow Gears, stay frosty.